beans, everybody. Those are beans. It's a can of beans. Beans, beans, the magical fruit. The more you toot, the more you bean. To which I replied, yeah, whatever. And then the whole classroom erupted in laughter. It was pretty cool. Hey, vegan. Hope you're doing good out there in the real world. Is it real, though? Not if I can help it. There we go. Nothing like a brand new Charpier to start the day. Did I mention that I don't like bullies? Yeah. Hey, if all 14 of you liked my video right now, I would love you forever. You have no idea how far those likes go. I know. They're both just like little... This one looks like Africa, you know. And then that's Germany or something? I don't know. I was just gonna say that I hate bullies. And I can't stand hypocrites. It's just been that kind of a morning. And I really detest people who stick up for them. That's all. That's all. Hello, Hadley. You ever heard of that wonderful, wonderful tourist destination called Hadley's Hope? I have. I've been. Takes a while to get there, but when you do, it's quite worth it. It's a good place to raise children, have a family, good community, small, responsible school. Love. Love in the air. What a beautiful, beautiful... Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. Ooh, those are so delicious. I've got some nail beds. What is that? Is that those things? There we go. Perfect. There we go. Maybe a little tree growing up out of the can of beans right here. It's a can on a hill of beans. Kind of where we all live. At any given moment, one bean will rot, and the rest of us shall fall to our deaths into a bowl and be mashed and made into refried beans. Those were the days. Absolute bangers. Perfect. Here we go. But how do you read the meters? How do you read the meters? The meter readers, right? They're the ones that hold all the cards and who tell you how many beans it takes for a meter to truly exist. Why are we still allowing this after so many years? I don't understand. Power, greed, love. I've forgotten what we were talking about. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Doesn't meter matter. I'm not a meter reader anyways. Couldn't be if I tried. Shoes are far too small. Abigail, knock it off. Just knock it off. Gato loco. Piki poco. You no. Sit. Don't fart in my face, you little devil. And a little spider just came out of nowhere. Look at this little thing. Just a little friend. Wait, no, focus, you little bastard. There we go. He's just walking. He's like, I'm walking, like you and me, I'm talking. Just can't you see I'm walking, and you didn't give your consent to film me. I'm a little spider. Come on now, focus. There's not enough light. He's like, I'm gonna jump on here. Where'd he go? He's gone now. He's gone now. Hey everybody, welcome to meet this and stuff. Hey, do me a favor, like the video. Before you go, say something. Even if it's really funny, because I like to laugh. And if I were you, I would like to laugh too, so I would also subscribe. That way we can talk later and become friends. And then we can change the world. One dragon slaying at a time. Y'all heard of the gang, Dragon Slayers? Oh, well, I'm in that gang. I am from the hood, just so everybody know. I am from the hood. You have bean privilege. Bean. I've got privilege too. Doesn't amount to a hill of beans. Or maybe it does. Who am I to judge? Did you ever try a job with a left hand? Yes, I absolutely have. I just did the other day. Actually. And then I had to cut the bloody thing off. Because it just got in the way. The head of the hand, not the whole thing. The head. Only the head. That's why I don't have any knuckles. They're gone. Those were fakes. Hello, Nancy. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day. Don't forget to like. It would mean a lot, please. Golly gosh darn dang. Do I have to beg? Do I have to beg? I will beg the gods. Reptinoids up above, in the heavens cast down upon us. Drawing gods, art gods, theatre gods, godly gods. Look down upon me and my friends. Help me beg in ways I never knew I could, for a little scrap of like, and maybe a dash of subscriptions. I'm trying to make it to 1 million by the end of the show, and the show's almost over, baby. Yeah, the show's almost over. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You can do whatever the hell you want. But don't do it here. Ew! I've always wanted to say that. Hey, there's a bean right there, too. I'm just going to add a little bean. Look at that little bean. I'm doing that for my friend. I can see the word, but I can't pronounce it. Cetamine. Yeah, cetamine. Right now, I'm just drawing the sinew. Hey, thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. I seriously do. It really helps this bull crap get out there. So I understand, definitely, if you don't want to like it, and you don't want this bull crap to get out there, you don't want to support somebody who's barefoot in the Dust Bowl in somebody else's garage illegally. The cops are outside. I'm going to hell. But it's okay, I've been there before. Every culture's got a different word for it. Ours has about 350 million or so. Everybody's got their demons. That's why I think it's so funny when people look down on others for having theirs. It's like, shut up and look in the mirror. Meanwhile, do some help. Help some goddamn people. Quit putting people down. Do what you claim you say you do when you're telling people you do good things about it. And I'll try to do the same. I'm not perfect, but we can try together to make the world better. Huh? It'll never be perfect, but until we learn how to work together, friends, we're always going to be living in purgatory. It's the lesson of life. It's the great lesson. One of them, anyways, perhaps. And maybe we only get one great lesson in life. That's all right with me. Still working on mine. I suppose that's why I'm still here. Besides, I love cheesecake. Love it. Absolutely love it. I decided I'm just going to bring one little Sharpie like yours to pass the time. I would bring two. Speaking from experience. The brand new ones are, and the paper matters too. I would get something not super thin. Because people are like, oh, it'll just bleed, right? Just bleeds through. And like, well, yeah, it will. It definitely bleeds through. But if this is like a thicker paper, so imagine what it would be if it was just even 1 gauge thinner. Hello, Castel. Cetamine? Danielle! A bunch of angels. Look at that. Bunch of L's. Danielle. Castel. Sedamel. Yeah. Vegan Del. Angel. Angel of Harlem. Nothing. I was just feeling frisky this morning, so I thought I would come out and draw. And I don't know, just be a badass in general. Just be kind of a badass in general. Stick it to the man. That's right, people. Whenever you're doing sketches or talking stuff about anybody else, always try to punch up. Or if somebody's being an ass to your right or left, punch left or right. With parodies and words, not with actual violence, unless they start it first. But that should always be a last resort. Use your words. Be clever. I try to be more patient, because I've got the cleverness and I've got the words, but I overreact just like everybody else. And so I've been trying to take a step back here and there, but I still think it's fun to make fun of bullies and cowards on a daily basis. Cowards in the sense that they don't know who they're actually fighting for. And if you're fighting against your neighbors, then you're the biggest coward of them all. So, that's all I'm trying to say. Michael. I'm gonna go see the doctor today for my arms. And hopefully ask if I can get x-rays of my back. My lower back, because I just got this awesome tattoo. And I want the radiation people to like to see it and like comment. They'll be forced to say something. They'll be like, oh, that's a kill tattoo. And I'll be like, oh, just got it yesterday. And they're gonna be like, oh, how did it heal so fast? And I'm like, I'm fucking Logan, I'm Wolverine. That's how we do. I pray to the lower back gods, and my dreams come true. It's not blasphemy if it's true, everybody. Come on now. Y'all know that. Preaching to the choir. Fart jokes are the best. They are the best. Lower back jokes are second best. But it's that kind of a world now. It's that kind of a world we're raising our children in. My little children's, God bless them, are out there reaching lunatics, having fun on the jungle gym, pickpocketing on the subways, climbing skyscrapers, and taking selfies, hanging off the roof with one finger. My kids are badasses too. I never thought about it like that, but they are. Oh. Sorry, friends. That tea is very strong. Hey, Terry. Yeah. What kind of tea did you give me? Oh, it's that really, really, really potent stuff that I gave you last time. You mean last summer? Yeah. Oh, I remember I told you I never wanted that stuff again because it really amps me up, and you guys said that you put like PCP or some kind of crazy strengthening drug in. No, don't talk. Let's talk about this later when you're not live, okay? Oh, okay. But I just drank the whole cup. What's going to happen? Oh, they didn't tell you just to take one sip? No. I pretty much drank the whole thing. Oh, well, we'll see. Oh, that sounds promising. We'll see. Oh, sea to shining, we'll see. I guess we'll all see. What's going on down here? There, I'm gonna leave that like that for a second. And look at this little jerk. I like how I draw six. You like how I draw. I like how you draw like I fit. Oh gosh, it's the sway. That's why I keep my children under the stairs. Castell in jail with Michael. Castell in jail with Michael. I'll say it Michael. So it actually Castell in jail with Michael. See? Okay, and that's why you keep your children under exactly. That's why there is an under the stairs area, primarily. You like how draw 7 heads. Well, it's the sign of the gods and the devils in the heartbeat of mankind's cosmos. The cosmologically of it all, it leads me to believe that everybody does have 6 fingers, possibly 7. You're right, Setamine. But only because after about 9 years old, the hologram grows. So most people don't see it. They don't know why, but it is there. It's a phantom. And what's a phantom digit? It's not a phantom limb in this instance. It's a phantom digit. But we can all tell it's there. And we're good to go poop somebody in the eye like that. Just a little boot right there. But sometimes you can't do it because you mistake the place for the finger's right there when it's not. So you misplace it and you miss the eyeball altogether. And then the person gets the upper hand. Quite literally, because they're confident in the fact that they've got 7 or 8 extra digits, 2 of them being phantoms themselves. It's not fair to the ones that don't, but the ones that do take advantage of it, and God bless them. God bless them. That's all. Why not? What are we talking about again? What? Digits. Yeah, can I get your digits? There we go. I do like it. I started drawing the six-fingered thing, and usually, yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, there's usually at least six. You know, sometimes if there's not enough room, I've only ever forgotten. I've been doing it. Let me start over. Jeez, I started doing it in 2009 or late 2008. Whenever I draw my characters, they always have an extra finger or two or whatever. And then like about a year and a half or so later, a friend of mine in Idaho was showing me this book on angels. And in the Bible, angels have. I'm kind of fascinated by angels, to be honest. Um, they're interesting beings. But, anyways, yeah, angels have, 12 toes, 12 fingers. And so I thought that was interesting because I had been drawing angels and been obsessed with angels up until that point and had no idea that was the case. Started drawing all my characters who usually do have wings and something like that, maybe resemble biblically accurate angels to a certain degree sometimes even. That's what cracks me up. It's like some people look at my work and they think it's really dark and disturbing or even demonic and stuff. And I'm like, have you read your freaking Bible? Like, this is what an angel looks like in the Bible. There's like a whole bunch of different kinds of angels, but some of them are really, really scary. I can't stand people. Angels, whatever. That's cool. At least they know what they are. They don't act like they're something else unless they're acting like they're a human. Humans are like, I'm a good person. Why? Because I read a book. Oh, okay. What do you do? Oh, I don't do nothing. My actions, I don't do anything in life that would prove that I'm a good person, but no, I read a book. Oh, yeah, you're good. You're a great person. You read a book, but you don't follow any of it. I read it. Basically, so you don't have to go to hell. And that's what I mean by cowards. And then they hide behind it with their bigotries and their tyrannies. And I think those are the worst kind of religious folks that there can ever possibly be. And those are the ones that I argue against and I fight against. And I will happily debate against any day of the week. Because anybody who gets triggered by my jokes about fake, ugly, bigoted Christians or people that hide behind the Christian name in order to like pursue their own bigoted interests and greeds, well, then you're not a good person either. Because you're sticking up for them. I would be pissed if somebody was like that within my ranks, and I would be calling them out every chance I could. And I do. Because I believe there's good people out there, but they don't have to have labels. You don't have to have read a book to be a good person. Some people can't read. What about them? I will follow you until the ends of the earth if you lead with kindness and patience and love, or if that at least is your bottom line. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to feel hatred. It's okay to all that stuff, but you have to keep fighting the good fight and lead with love. You can't let that shit win. And if you're leading with anger and hatred, then you've already lost, mate. You've already lost. This goes for everybody, even the gods. Yep, they do have rank. Yep, exactly, said Amin. My friend who actually told me about the angels gave me that angel book, and I have it right over on the shelf that I'm looking at. An encyclopedia of angels. I don't know if it'll copyright me or not, but no, that's the wildlife. Where is it? It might be in the other room. It's a really good book, though. Yeah, I probably couldn't show it to you anyways. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Oh wait, I couldn't show it to you anyways. Ugh. Angels are jealous of us. Well, you know, the interesting thing about that is that when people talk about their experiences with extraterrestrials, it's the same kind of stuff. You know, it reminds me a lot of it, anyways, just because extraterrestrials, there's people who think that they come here in certain kinds of, and there's ranks within them too. And there's different kinds of extraterrestrials, you know, different kinds of classes and stuff, whatever. But, you know, and they can also like invade your mind and stuff, you know. Um, so in you know, angels, they, what was this? Extraterrestrials, I'm so tired. Oh yeah, jealous. They there's people that think that extraterrestrials are here because they're us from the future, or something like where they're the mankind eventually just grows out of or evolves into these smaller beings because our world is going to change a lot, you know. And when in a million years or whatever it is, humans are going to look like gray aliens. We're going to have bigger heads. We're going to actually lose another finger. So we're just going to have like four fingers. We're just going to get small, all this sort of stuff. And we're going to end up looking like little creatures eventually. But these things come and they're jealous, not really jealous, maybe jealous is the wrong word, but for these people. But it's like they lack humanity. They forgot what it's like to have feelings and to be, everything is logic. And they're probably even, cyborgs at that point, you know, half human, you know, the remnants of humankind, the DNA a little bit, but also machines. Because we're gonna just, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? We're gonna just become machines eventually. We already are. We just don't know it yet. And there is, I think, with some of the aliens, a little bit of jealousy because we don't know how good we have it. Perhaps. I think a lot of that kind of stuff is going to be coming out here actually pretty soon too. There's going to be some like crazy revelations. But nothing could be worse than sitting in limbo, waiting for the end to come, and not knowing who you are and where we come from in this universe and where our true potential. And if anything, that's what interests me about the old books and all this new stuff that's coming out, where humans just don't even know how important we are or where we come from. It's like Graham Hancock says, it's a species with amnesia. You look at some of those old megalithic structures and stuff, and we talk about gods being in the sky or in heaven. Gods were here on earth. When they were creating things and doing things with stone, that they were manipulating the environment and cutting like mountains in half and stuff to put temples and structures up there. I mean, it's just thousands and thousands of feet above sea level. I mean, for no reason other than for whatever reason they had to do it. Like they could just do it like peas and carrots. Easy peasy. I don't know what the hell I was going to say there. We are the gods. Anyways, yeah. Origin of species. This it is funny that people are so proud too. I mean, and I'm kind of poking fun at right wing kind of ideology, evangelical kind of stuff, because these guys, they just act like Jesus was like Jimmy Blue Eyes from down the street and shit. You know, I mean, they act like he looked like freaking Brad Pitt. You know, and if they had any idea, I mean, it's just the way that they distort Christianity in this country is just the most. I mean, it's already been distorted over the centuries and over the last 2,000 years, many times over. And they have no conscience, or it's just really frustrating that people just can't. I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. It's just gross how people manipulate religion or act like it's just Old Testament Christian kind of stuff where they still talk about, being gay is a sin and all this crap and stuff. But then it's like, didn't Jesus come after all that and say, Jesus came back and said all that stuff is, you know, forgiven, blah, 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 blah. But then people are still like, no, I don't like these four things, these four main things. So that's what I'm gonna. And then they make it about like the people are killing babies and stuff. Like they give a shit about people killing babies. It's the stupidest argument to have. It's like, have you not read your own book? Like, you freaking hypocrites. I'm just on that train today. They have the gall to criticize other people for doing whatever they want with their own bodies. And then they don't even, based on a belief, it's not my opinion, it's God's. No, it's not. You didn't read your book then, and you can't hide behind your fucking Bible anymore because you're an idiot. You're an un-American, un-Christian piece of shit. That's all you are. Goodbye. Telling people what they can and can't do with their fucking bodies. Fuck you. Anyways, how's everybody else doing today? That I to confirm that other 9,000 paper miracle baby grows up. Yep. Well, and it's and that's the thing. It's if people want to take some of the good stuff that Jesus said or this and that or just some like golden rule kind of stuff out of the Bible, I'm totally fine with that. But you can't preach love and peace and compassion and then on Sunday and then the rest of the week bomb, murder, and destroy. It's not, that's evil. And it turns people like me away from organized religion as a whole, because when people get together, they're idiots. When they congregate and they have like these big ideas that are vague and individualistic, and that's the kind of stuff that I wish people understood, where it's like you can criticize things and not even be, I could be a Christian and still be criticizing the church or whatever it is, because there's all sorts of different kinds of churches too. So if I say I'm a Christian, well, what kind of Christian are you? There's 200 different kinds of Christians, including the Catholic Church, who is the most evil institution ever. And if you don't believe so, or if they don't believe that, I would just wholly disagree with you. And then look what this guy's doing. He's doing more division. And then people are like, well, you can't change this. It's evil to do these things. Absolutely. It's like your God in the Old Testament is practically the devil. He murders babies in their sleep. Like, give me a break. Get off your high horse. Or at least come down, come down here and talk about it like human beings, and quit acting like you're like sitting by the side of some God that doesn't. It's just like Trump. People like just worship this fucking guy and act like he would give you the shirt off his back. He wouldn't even scrape you off the bottom of his shoe if he stepped on you. Fucking morons. Probably just not that it matters anymore. Like, people have heroes that are monsters and they have no problem with it. They follow people on social media that are monsters, that have done horrible, horrible stuff. But then they come around, or they're famous, or they have money, so they're somehow forgiven. But if it was homie down the street, on Drexel Drive or whatever, y'all would be like going down there and tar and feathering his ass. Fucking world is so corrupt that the monsters have people groveling at their feet and asking for more. Plato's cave in a nutshell. Lack of forgiveness is telling Jesus what he did was not enough. Well, when you say God is good, I don't know if I believe that. I don't think God is good. I think God is, I don't even know what you mean by God. Like the Christian God? Because if you do, then we have this major, like, major disagreements there. And we can respectfully disagree if you want, but I've read the Bible, and the Old Testament God is not a good God. It is not. I don't know what you mean by good either. If it's like a deity or like a cosmic God, the spiritual, yes, I think that the universe is full of love, and there's a perfect balance in the universe. And if you want to call that God, the balance of everything in the universe, because the universe doesn't care about us. We are reflections of the universe. We can care about ourselves and each other, but the universe doesn't care about us. It thinks it's cool that it gets to witness the universe through our eyes, sure. But as far as anything else, an organized religion or in any holy book, God is not a good, there's no good, there's no morality in it. It just is. There's a lot of nuance there. There's a lot of gray area, you know what I mean? So it's like you can't just say God is good and expect me to like be like, yeah, totally. And I'm not trying to be a smartass either. I'm really trying to like keep my cool and be reasonable, because it means something it means something different to every single one of us, all 9 billion of us. God is something different in each and every single one of us. There's not one person on this planet who thinks like the exact same way about God as their brother or their mother or their dad or the guy down the street or somebody on the other side of the freaking planet. There's 9 billion different versions of heaven here on Earth right now. Not counting the people who claim that they don't believe in that kind of stuff, right? So maybe 7 billion or whatever. You've researched it for 20 years. I don't see again. That's kind of I don't understand what that means. And evil. You don't think Passover was evil? You don't think a God that destroys humanity over and over and over because of his ego is evil? Or that even a God would have human characteristics such as jealousy? You don't think that could lead to evil? Or is it just God being God? Or is that good? You know what I mean? People are leaving like flies. Because again, we would have disagreements, and I don't know. Lying against God, Jonah's main complaint to God was he was too merciful. You're nitpicking different parts of the Bible. I could pull out 5 different verses that say the opposite. You know what I mean? That's the whole point I'm trying to make, is that people can distort it and manipulate it in all sorts of ways. As many people as there are on planet Earth, there's as many manipulations of the Bible you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Just like I'm not agreeing with you when you say that God is good. I don't agree with that. It's fundamentally it's wrong. But also, let me backtrack. Unless you have a different morality than I do. So my version of morality or my belief system might be different than yours. So you might think you're absolutely right, and I might think I'm absolutely right as well. But all I know is what I read and underlined, and how many times he destroyed people and killed babies and murders people, and then I don't understand. He sends people to their doom. And now I'm saying he, as if it's a man, like he has, male parts and stuff. And I don't think a God would have that unless it was an extraterrestrial of some kind, you know? I don't see, that's the thing. I'm not gonna play those, I'm not gonna answer those kinds of questions, my friend, because that's just getting off the subject. And you still haven't agreed with me, like, about, you just kind of like ask more questions. And here I am trying to be honest and telling you that there's parts of the Bible that are evil and it came from God. And if God made humans and humans have evil in their heart, that's on God, right? But there's no, you just keep batting around and not answering or debating those points that I'm making. The horrible, horrible things that God does, or that people do in the name of God. That's not good. And if you can't admit that, then, we're not talking about the same God or something then too, because you're talking about some other God that doesn't even exist. If you're talking about the Christian Bible God, you know, being a good, infallible thing, then that's just fundamentally wrong in my opinion. And we can totally disagree. And you can still hang out. You don't have to like unsubscribe right away. But this is something that is unshakable inside of me. Because once you realize that you are God and that we all have the power of the divinity inside of us, and it's been there all along, like in the movies and stuff, then it becomes a little bit more interesting, let's just say. See, I don't know what you're just confusing me now, dude. Everyone who attacks the Bible and says misinformation about it can easily research their claim of what is evil and what is attributed to God, and you'll find he was always good. Again, I told you that he killed babies for Passover, dude, the firstborn. And how is that good? Can you just answer me that? This is what happens every time, and somebody just brings it up, and it's just there's no accountability for the kind of stuff that I'm talking about that turns me away from so-called idea of a good God. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't even, I don't know. It's like not even worth having the conversation if you're not willing to go there. That's all I'm saying. No, I don't think free will has anything to do with what you're talking about. I think it's some kind of blindness that people have for to think that something like that is good, or to follow something that does that and has done it several times over, and then floods the planet when he makes a mistake, and kills us all over and over and over and over and over. That, to me, I don't know. How is that good? You don't know the history of Passover, of killing the firstborn of Egypt, like all the firstborn sons? Nancy, sometimes things have to be uncomfortable in order for things to be said. Well, you just lost me, man. Because if that's what you thought I meant, then this conversation is absolutely over. And you've absolutely lost my respect, because that's like ridiculous. And what a cop out. That's just a cop out. Those in rebellion. Who do you think the Christians were in the early days? They were rebels when they wrote the book 300 years or so after Jesus existed. And I'm sorry, I'm a rebel for not following a God that kills babies and promotes destruction and incest and all sorts of horrible other things. So I guess I'm a rebel. It's like you've been studying the Bible for 20 years or something and you don't even know what Passover is? That's really weird, Sedamine. That leads me to believe you're just like being mischievous and you're not honest. You're not being honest with anything. And then you just resort to be like, well, yeah, people who don't know. It's like, no, I do know. I've read the frickin' thing, and I could show you how many times I underlined how many times God destroyed us or destroyed somebody that he disagreed with. And it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of times. I don't follow bullies, no matter who they are. I don't follow murderers. I don't bow down to them. I don't tiptoe around bullies and cowards like that. No. I stick up for the people who deserve it. The meek. And I lead by example and with my actions. I don't just call myself good because I think something. I actually go out and do it. You go out and you be a good person. You just go out there and you do it. You just go out there and you don't talk about it. Help them all. Let God sort them out. And also, I'm sorry, but I hardly ever talk about religion on my channel. And right now in this country, there's this extreme right evangelistic horrible version of Christians that exist who want me dead, who don't care if I exist. So you can I don't care if this conversation is a little bit edgy, but I speak out. I'm going to be speaking out probably a little bit more than lately because of what's going on in this country and because people like me are being treated like we're demons and evil just for wanting to be ourselves. So yeah, things might get a little prickly around here from time to time. When people literally want you fucking dead, that's what you're gonna get. You're the one that said you studied. I didn't say that I studied the Bible for 20 years. You're the one that said it, and you don't know what Passover is. That's all I said. And then you're just going into all this other gibberish. You made it sound like you were an expert. That's why why else would you have said that? I've studied this for 20 years. I know what I'm talking about. You made it seem like you did. So you said it. Don't get mad at me for what you said. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm going to draw a little happy face right there. See? Little happy flower. I get it, Nancy. No one ever said it was going to be an easy conversation to have. But it's one I think that has to happen every once in a while. And I for one am fed up with people hiding behind religion to do evil things and literally using God's name in vain in that way. I'm fed up with it. And if it makes people uncomfortable, I'm sorry. But I'm going to keep speaking out against it. And any little platform that I ever have, I'll speak out against bullies and the oppressors rather than punching down like some people like to do. And sticking up for bullies and murderers. Well, Sedamine, we're done. I'm done talking to you about religion, man. Or girl, or whoever you are. It's a good lesson in that there's nothing I can say and there's nothing you can say. It's like the exact point in the conversation where I should say we should find something in common. Because it's like ridiculous to argue over that kind of stuff anyways, to me anyways. Even if one of us thinks that we're right or better than the other for it, maybe. I don't know, who cares, right? It's this is the time where we're supposed to change the subject. and I'll do it. I'll change the subject and it started because I was talking about angels because of my freaking fingers. It all stemmed from that. Oh my gosh. Um, but you know, when I get worked up, I go hard. So I'm not trying to attack you as a person or a human or anything like that. I'm only ever trying to. I guess I don't know, just not speak my mind, anyways, right? I do respect other people's opinions, but there's a lot going on in the world right now. It's very heated. I was heated the second I woke up this morning, so I'm sorry if I came off hot. I just have a lot of opinions when it comes to that stuff, and I've read a lot about it, and I know you have too, and that's the thing. I'll stop. So, art. I think you come here anyways because we've never done that before. You come here for art. And you say you're watching art, so that's cool. Hey, Hugo. So we can talk about art. Let's talk about biblical art, which I've also studied in my free time, in between customers, at the Porno Star. Oh. I'm not wise, man. I'm not wise. I'm just super smart. You're wise too, my friend. I do appreciate you. I apologize for coming off so hot. It'd be one thing if we could actually see each other and have like a decent conversation, because obviously it wouldn't have been the same kind of conversation. I'm talking in generalities mostly too, I mean, I speak in specifics when it comes to obviously like things I've read or things I believe or feel, but um, I try not to pick on people. I pick on gods. I mean, they have all the power, right? I pick on the authority. I pick on the man. you know, I try to not to ever pick on people who just simply want to live, and um, so that's where I'm coming from. So if I ever do punch down, somebody come and whip my ass, please, because that's the day I will take the accountability. I'll take the whipping. Oh, well, wait, what happened? Where was everyone? Yeah, Hugo has a good sense of humor. He's an little buddy. So I mean, you're still welcome here, my friend. So I'll just calm myself down and think about my toe thumbs. Yeah, there you go. You're sitting on a bowl. Super Bowl. I think that's what you would call a Super Bowl. Bowl on bowl. Red Bull. Makes you... I'm still trying to put together my soapbox. Haven't really put it together just yet. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna get the town what for. They're not even gonna know what hit them. My opinionated little ass. Super Bowl. Taking the Browns to the Chiefs. I'm taking the Browns to the... Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Well, it's been real. It's been dumb. Ugh. But it hasn't been real dumb. It's been great. It's been real. It's good. It's been good. It's been all right. Everybody got a heart and a head, spending their lives in bed. There's a kitty in the sheets licking his paws, and a dog in the corner eating his feet. Everybody wants a piece of me because I'm a big piece of cake. No one can take me home. Oh, mother, 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 goodness sake, I say, everybody is equal under the law. The law was written by devils. The law was written by the devil. Just call me from the fridge. You too, Eve. Appreciate the company. All right. I gotta go. Love y'all. Thanks for the hot debate, Cinnamon. I appreciate it. Keep me on my toes. And everybody else, Hugo and all those people, you be good. You be good, for goodness sake. I love ya. Always have. I always will. Goodbye now.